So here's the deal. I wrote a book. Photography has always been a lifelong passion for me, and books have been an enormous part of my own learning, and I literally own hundreds of them. So let's just say the world doesn't really need any more books. What could I do that would be different? How could I create work that matters? Well, there are hundreds of books telling you the correct way to expose an image. There are books out there on cameras. There are books on lighting, books on how to develop film. There's the 3 Ansel Adams books, of course, that tell you how to do everything technical. There are books on early film processes, how to use Photoshop. There are books on just about everything about photography, except photography itself. What makes an impactful image? What makes a great picture? Photography, it's a visual language, a universal and powerful language at that. Every photograph communicates something to the viewer. Photography has the power to express beauty and emotion. Photography also has the power to say something more provocative, and it has the power to be controversial and uncomfortable at times. In some ways, we even interpret photography different than we do the spoken word. So this is Visually Speaking. It is a guide to mastering photography as visual communication. I've spent 2 years making this, and I can't wait to share it with you. Visually Speaking is made up of 364 pages, and it is my personal philosophical approach to photography as an art form. There are 21 chapters outlining my approach to visual communication and including how I define photography and the significance of how gear matters probably a lot less than you think it does. I cover the elements of composition, figure-ground relationships, negative space, the visual confinements of the image canvas and the aspect ratio. I discuss the roles of black and white and color in photography, as well as the functions of focus and focal length. I cover the syntax and compositional techniques that we use to create images. I speak to the ideas of symbolism and metaphor and how they're used visually. I even talk about finding your own voice as a photographer, the commitment to the practice, and how we define our legacy as artists. Photography can sell shoes, it can show you what's happening across the world, or it can make you think. It can record our memories, commemorate our loved ones, freeze time, and even provide a facade. Photography is visual communication. Your own creative output as a photographer relies on how effectively you can communicate your ideas in a visual sense. It's about the ability to speak this visual language. This is Visually Speaking. So Visually Speaking is available for pre-order. It will start shipping on December 17th, 2024. A few weeks out, but it will start shipping on the 17th, so it will arrive just in time for the holidays. Makes an awesome gift, I might add. So this is the book. This is a culmination of the last 2 years leading up to this moment where I'm able to finally release this to you. The original idea for this book was just to take a lot of the early topics that I did with my videos, but this channel being 16 years old, I have a lot of stuff that I've thought of and really considered about photography since, and so really this is my entire philosophy on the subject, and it is my love letter to photography, and I'm really excited to share this with you guys. If you all are interested in getting a copy of this, because we're launching, there is a limited edition, and I'll put a link below so you can see all of this stuff. Many of you remember last year when I sort of had a secret project where I went to Flagstaff, Arizona to do a bunch of printing with my dear friend Matt Beatty at Hidden Light, and actually this was for the special edition of this book. So we've got a series of 8x10s. There's only a short run of each one of them. These are the only prints I'll ever make of these, and you can get a book with a print, and so that'll be the special edition. You can also get a signed edition of this book if you want. It's the same price as the standard. The difference is I have to sign them, and so the shipping from me might be rather expensive, but the fortunate reality of this book is that we have distribution through all the bigger channels. So if you want to go to Barnes & Noble or Amazon or Target or any of those things, you can order it, and I have a page set up with all of those resources. I hope you guys will check this out. This has been a labor of love, and I'm really excited to get it in your hands and see what you think. If you have any questions, of course, drop me a comment below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, later.